Splinters. And someone in the crowd asked him, when he was taking questions, do you splinter stiff ace or king? He is in the camp that you always splinter. He thinks the value of showing shortness, even if it works out negatively once in a while because you did it with ace or king, he thinks the trade-off is you gain on so many other hands just by telling partner that you have this shortness. So he was in the camp of always splinter. It's a matter of style, It's one of these things. It's like, should I open a no trump when I'm 15 to 17 and I have a 5-card major or not? People debate this forever. It's a matter of style. It's a matter of partnership agreement. So you can decide. My feeling is I don't like to do it, but I have done it because I felt like the hand deserved. Like I had a hand. I'm like, okay, I need to force the game. I don't want partner to think I'm too weak. I don't want partner to think I'm too strong. I'm in the right point range. Yeah, I'd rather my singleton not be the ace, but I think it's the least of the evils. So I am not strongly in either camp.
So would you be more inclined to do it if you had an ace as opposed to a king?
Not really. I kind of lump them in the same place, So I mean, at least with the ace, we are. I mean, that guarantees we have no losers in that scene. The king, you don't know. Yeah. Depends whether or not partner has the ace or opponents have the ace. So, I mean, in either case, even or I should say, even in the case of the king, we don't have any more than one loser in the suit. So yeah, maybe there's some wastage, but yeah, as long as in your evaluation, as you're tabulating your dummy points, what I always say is just don't double up, right? Don't give yourself 3 points for the king and additional points for the shortness, right? It can't be both. Either a singleton king is either carrying its weight as a singleton, as a king, as an honor when partner has the ace and or the queen or companion honors with it, or partner has nothing in the suit and it has no value as a king. When is a king not a king? Right? When it gets squashed by the opponent's ace. But it still has some value as a singleton, right? So, yeah, I definitely don't have a problem with Splinter. All right. Long, strong side suit is something we want to talk about. There are some people who will say you shouldn't splinter when you have a really good side suit. So something like this. So partner opens a spade, and you've got 4-card support, and you've got a singleton heart, and the rest of your hand is this really nice 6-card diamonds. So yeah, this is a reasonable question. What should our bidding approach be with a hand like this? Maybe think about it. We could go a lot of different directions, right? We could splinter in hearts. By the way, let's start with the first question. Does everybody want to be in game with this hand? Yeah. I hope that's a resounding yes. Yeah. All right, yeah. I think definitely, 10 high card points, but a hand absolutely worth being in game, just on distributional value. So there are actually different ways that we could show partner where we live, because we live a couple of places, right? We could splinter, tell partner we have the singleton heart, and then partner would therefore know about our four-card spade support. Although partner might, because of our heart shortness, partner might infer that we have some values in diamonds, but they may not picture that good of a suit, right? If partner is looking at Queen Doubleton of diamonds, how do they evaluate that holding? Well, if they know you have this, they love queen doubleton of diamonds, right? On the other hand, if they have queen doubleton of clubs, opposite your too little, we're losing 2 tricks there all the time, and that doesn't, we're not going anywhere with that holding. So you might be inclined to show the diamonds. So in theory, you could make a 2/1, right? You bid 2 diamonds, knowing that you're always going to go back to spades and show partner the fit in the major. So that's okay, but if you choose that path, then it's harder for partner to know that you have a singleton heart, right? They might not know about that. I think more importantly, and the reason I'm not a fan of 2 diamonds, as much as I would like to tell partner about my diamonds, I would personally probably lean toward the splinter. Because if you bid 2 diamonds and then you go back to spades, partner is going to play you for 3-card spade support, not 4-card spade support.
Right.
And if we go back to our principles of major suit raises and the great value of confirming for partner not just an 8 but a 9-card fit, that's what I'm afraid of if I start with 2 diamonds. It's not that 2 diamonds is an unreasonable bid or not a good description of your hand. It is a good description of your hand as far as your diamonds go. And knowing that because 2 diamonds is game forcing, that you can go back and support spades. So, ultimately you have a decision to make with a hand like that. I prefer 4 hearts, but I wouldn't say that I have a huge problem with 2 diamonds. I just really, I hate suppressing 4-card support for a major. I really want partner to know that I have 4 spades. So to me, it's ideal for the, if I can say that with my first bid. If my first bid will tell partner that I have 4-card support, I think that's ideal. So, but this is something that it's just something that I want you thinking about as you're evaluating your hand. All right, I think somebody asked earlier, what about minors? We've been talking about the majors all day. But could you, would you, this is like Dr. Seuss, could you, would you splinter over a minor? In other words, if I opened a club and you were to respond with 3 spades, what is 3 spades? Now, you might be inclined to treat this as a weak jump shift, right? No?
Nope. 2 spades is a weak.
2 spades is weak. What if you have a 7-card spade suit? Would you jump all the way to 3?
I don't preempt.
It definitely shouldn't be strung, right?
Right.
A good hand with a spade suit can always start with a forcing 1 spade, right?
Right.
And then, okay, 2 spades we're saying is weak jump, so what if we go all the way to 3? Well, if this comes up, the most sensible bid, I think, is a splinter. It is a double jump shift, right? Not 1 spade, not 2 spades, but 3 spades. New suit jumping 2 levels. So, what kind of, and the funny thing is, I actually picked up a hand Tuesday. It wasn't quite strong enough to force the game. Otherwise, I might have actually used this. I hadn't had the hand come up for a long time. But partner opened 1 club, and I had 6-card club support. I had 6 clubs to the queen and a singleton spade. But I didn't have, and then I had a few other points, but it wasn't quite good enough to force the game. It was really just good enough to be invitational clubs. So I didn't splinter, because a splinter is always game forcing. However, if I had 1 more king in my hand, I could have used the splinter. And it's a descriptive bid. It will help partner. So, in the case of a minor, again, we would want your splinter to be at least 5-card support, right? Especially for clubs. So, mainly what this would do for you, and it may be that you are looking for a slam in clubs, but if you're just playing a game and you're not going to slam, What this would be most useful, I think, here is to tell you whether or not your game should be 3-0 or 5 clubs, right? If you have a singleton in spades, and partner's opening bid over there has ace, queen, jack, fourth of spades, they're probably comfortable playing 3-0, right? Even if you have a singleton, if they've got multiple spade stoppers. By the way, generally a good thought that if we're, and again, this doesn't come up with majors, because normally when we splinter in support of a major, we're playing in the major. When we splinter in a minor, we might be playing in that minor, but we might also be playing 3-0. So remember, 3-0 wasn't in the picture so much with the majors because we wanted to play our major. So here, you know, if the opening bidder has honors in the spade suit, has like a double spade stopper, you should be comfortable, even opposite a singleton, playing 3-0. On the other hand, what if partner splinters in spades and your spade holding is jack third? Now it's clear you don't want to be in no trump, right? So in that case, you could play a 5 club game that would be superior to presumably a hopeless 3-0, right? Even if you're balanced, right? I mean, what if we give let's see here. Let me take a hand like that. Is that 7, 5? Yeah, okay. I'm going to give you the king of clubs. That's a really crappy opener. I would still open it, but all right. All right, so you're 3-3 in the minors here, so you open a club, right? Partner jumps to 3 spades. So partner has at least 5 clubs in the singleton spade. Well, I think we can rule out 3-0 with a hand like that, right? Especially when we've told the opponents that there's going to be a singleton in one of the majors and dummy. So you may only have 3 clubs, and you're thinking, well, gee, do I want to bid 5 clubs when I open a 3-card suit? Well, it should be safe, right? Because partner should have at least 5 for the splinter. So this is kind of a hand where I think you probably want to play 5 clubs. And now, after the splinter, you could retreat to 4 clubs if you wanted. That would tell partner, yeah, we're not playing no trump if you go past 3-0, right? Could you jump right to 5? Yeah, but I don't want to eat up the bidding space in case partner is planning on a slam try toward clubs. So I don't want to just jump to 5 and then make partner guess whether or not to bid 6, right? So I think I'd rather bid 4 and then see if partner just raises to 5, or maybe partner starts with a Q bid or something like that. So that's probably what I would do on an auction like this. So, but ultimately, yep, splinter can happen over a minor. Pretty rare. But could happen. Okay, good. We can get a couple more points. All right. How about during a 2/1 auction? Different application of splinter. I open a spade, you respond 2 hearts. So you have a heart suit in your game forcing. So again, the question I would ask you is, can 4 clubs be a club suit here? All right. So, did you all hear what Marilyn said over on that side? It was kind of a low tone. It was moderately but not fully confident, yet correct. One of the reasons that we like the 2/1 system is that it removes the necessity to jump. We don't jump with extra strength. There's no need to. We find our best spot, and then we show extra strength later, if need be, by going on beyond the game level. All right? So if you have spades and clubs and a nice opening hand, you never bid 4 clubs. You bid 3 clubs because you're in a game force. Partner can't pass you there, right? Any hand with spades and clubs here should be following 2 hearts with 3 clubs. So 4 clubs, and again, part of the logic here is if you don't have a fit in a major, why would you go past 3 no trump so readily? Hopefully you wouldn't. Now, this is not a double jump shift, it's a single jump shift. So this is one of our exceptions. Diane, exception alert. We don't jump to 5 clubs to splinter because that would take our side past 4 hearts and that would be silly, right? However, we can make a single jump. A single jump by either person, opener could do it or responder could do it. A single jump in a new suit after a 2/1 has already been triggered is a splinter. So what has opener said? We already know about the 5 spades. Opener has said, partner, I have 4 card heart support. I have a singleton club. And the only thing that would really be up for debate is, do you show extra values? Some people would say, well, if you're going to do this, you shouldn't just have a bare minimum opener. You should have a little better hand. On the other hand, you might be in the Chris Mull camp of, if you have shortness, show it. You know you're always going to 4 hearts. Why not tell partner about the singleton club along the way and let partner evaluate, right? Because now, I mean, think about what does this do for partner as far as showing your shape? Well, it gives partner a pretty clear picture, right? Now, you don't have to have this exact shape, but it certainly looks like that is your likely shape, right? You opened a spade, so you got to have 5 of those. You splintered in support of partners, so that showed the 1 club and the 4 hearts, right? And so by inference, if you are in fact holding 13 cards, you should have 3 diamonds. Now, do you have to have that exact shape? No. You could actually have a 5th heart, couldn't you?
Yes.
Right? Because if you were 5-5 in the majors, you opened a spade. So you could have a 5th heart, and then that shorts you either a diamond or a club. You could have a club void, right? So there are different possibilities, but partner's going to be close, right? Partner's going to be close on your hand pattern within a card, right? You could, in theory, also have a 6th spade. If you have 6 spades and 4 hearts, should you support partner's hearts or should you rebid your spades?
Rebid the spades. Rebid the spades.
Show partner the
6.
fit. You were planning, if you have 6 spades, you were planning on rebidding them, but when partner bid hearts, you want to get the information across about your guaranteed fit, right? Because you know you have a heart fit, you may or may not have a spade fit. If partner has a spade fit, they will know that you have a double fit, and they can consider that in the evaluation. But yeah, we always want to go with sure fit. So even with 6 spades, yeah. So if I had 6 spades and 4 hearts, my plan would be, in a 2/1, I'd say, okay, I'm prepared to rebid my spades, but if partner starts off with 2 hearts, I'm going to raise hearts instead. So hopefully you have made that decision when you open the hand, because we always want you thinking about your next bid, right? What's my next bid going to be? What am I going to do if partner bids 2 clubs? What am I going to do if partner bids a forcing no trump, right? Planning ahead. All right. Everybody comfortable, or at least marginally comfortable with that? All right, I'm going to give you one last situation before we wrap up today. And this is the one that I'm calling